Welcome to Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan. Be writing on all socials.
This is our album review segment. We're dusting it off the shelf and bringing it out of temporary retirement to review Iceman by Drake. I'm sure you've heard of him. So we're going to talk about our first impressions, standout records, replay value, different things like that. So let me just say
Yeah,
before we get started, I think all parties on all sides can at least come to this agreement and applaud both Kendrick and Drake for keeping it
yeah,
in the booth, for keeping it rapping, for keeping it
yes,
bars. No streaming, no podcast, no sending a woman this and
yeah.
IG. Just rap. Rappers rapped, and that's good.
No bullshit. No bullets. Nobody died. No gunfire. No fights, as far as we know.
Rappers kept it rap, kept it hip
Yeah,
hop, and
they got in the
that's
fucking booth.
important. That's important
Yeah,
for the two biggest acts in the genre to keep
correct.
it true to the genre. So,
Yeah.
what was your reaction after your first listen?
Um, First listen, I found it a bit underwhelming, considering the amount of tracks that were on the album. I will say the album has grown on me in the last, I don't know what, week or two, week and a half since it's come out. Um, I think that initially I was expecting like Scorpion, the first half of Scorpion meets fuck. If you're reading this is too late, that kind of energy. And I feel like we got more closer to like a little bit of views meets I'll say like So Far Gone with a hint of if you're reading this is too late.
That's fair. I
So
also
we get
thought it was mid on the first run as well.
yeah,
About the third or fourth spin, it's really starting to grow on me. I actually think it's a good album.
yeah, same.
But it's definitely not what I thought it would be. I thought he would just come out chasing a bit more commercial acclaim. He
Okay.
clearly for the audience, we're just talking about Iceman, Habita, and that other
BT
thing.
and Maid of Honor.
Yeah, I listened to those one time, and I don't think I'll be changing that anytime soon. So it's very, very rapidy rap in a way that I'm
Yeah.
not used to from Drake, but I was pleasantly surprised, and it is growing on me. So
Yeah.
you could tell his feelings are hurt. It's very bar heavy. I was expecting him to be, like flexing. I'm unbothered. I'm
Mhm.
very wealthy, Drake, and really he was just he's very open about the fact that his feelings are a little hurt. So I thought that was I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. So
Me either. It reminded me a lot of do you remember that song Fear off I think it was off So Far So Gone. So Far Gone.
I
The
don't.
level of vulnerability it gave me shades of that, which was refreshing because it feels like we hadn't heard that level of introspection from Drake in a while. I think he's very good at being fake vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because like and I kind of have this problem, not problem, it's kind of realization with the Chris Brown album too, is like the love songs are good and the Drake R&B stuff is good, but then you remember who they're about, and it kind of waters down the value of the songs, if that makes sense. Um,
Um, God bless Chris Brown. We're way off topic, but like I've never
yeah.
wanted to give someone an executive producer so bad. He needs to put the vision of the album in someone else's hands. And so
I think that's a fair point. Yeah.
he just he his albums lack vision is the best way I could put it. So
Yeah.
what back to get back on the track here with
Yeah.
Iceman. What standout tracks did you have?
Standout tracks for me are Ashes. Sorry, not Ashes, Dust. Whisper My Name is probably my second or third favorite song on the album. Janet, Shut the Fuck Up. I played that probably 50 to 100 times already. I'm not gonna
Got
lie
that
to
on
you.
my list.
um, I really love National Treasures and What Did I Miss? My only, yeah, those are probably my standouts from the album for me. Those are probably my top five from the project at this point in time. I think the Make Them songs I really like. They're just a little too slow to listen to on a regular basis because like I'll be up and doing shit, and th those can be a little bit drony. But I do like the sentiment of the songs.
Um, Yeah, make them cry. I have here Drake always nails his openers, and so I
Hmm.
thought that was a great opener.
Yeah.
Make them remember is probably my favorite track on the album. I
Okay.
have Janice Shut the Fuck Up on here as well. I did like Ran to Atlanta. I think that was people say, well, one, Drake isn't dumb enough to not know that he's playing into the line from Not Like Us.
Yeah.
People will post it like when the song came out, people would like post that
Yeah.
line from the Kendrick song, and it's like you don't think Drake knew that like
Yeah.
put that
Right.
together.
That was
Like
his
that's the
way of
point.
giving, right. That was his way of giving Kendrick the proverbial finger uh
Correct.
on that
Uh,
claim.
and I think Drake's larger point in that song, and it's important that he had Future on that song, is that
Hmm.
you say that like it's a pejorative, but Atlanta loves me, and Atlanta is the capital of hip hop right now.
Yeah.
And so like lost in the kerfuffle and the whole beef because the momentum on Kendrick's side was so strong is that a lot of the Atlanta
Right.
rappers were like, "Nah, we fuck with Drake. I don't even know what Kendrick's talking about. Leave my name out of it."
Oh yeah, they did.
Uh,
They were like, yeah, no, I don't know nothing. They were
I remember
like,
Lil Baby was like, I didn't take no sides in that beef, and Future's gonna drop a feature for whoever writes the check,
yeah, he don't give a
and
fuck.
21 Savage was on Drake's side. A lot of prominent rappers were like, nah, man, we on Drake's side.
Yeah.
Um, I did find it interesting on Janice Shut the Fuck Up. He makes some line. He says,
Hmm.
he's like, you hand out turkey. What did I have it written here in my notes?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You hand out turkeys and you go back to the hills,
Yeah,
something like
yeah, you
that.
hand out turkeys in the hood and you go back to the hills. I think that's again, I don't know Drake. Just
Right.
I don't know. I've never met him. I can't speak for him. I'm just saying, just listening to his music for as long as I've been listening to him, I feel like he he it's funny because people think Janet Shut the Fuck Up is a shot at Jay-Z, and it could be because Jay and but there's a line in there when he
Hmm.
says that line, it reminded me of Jay-Z's Blueprint 2 song when he was shooting back at
Okay.
Nas when he says, like we said earlier on the another recording, that's the same song where he says, if you don't understand him, it don't mean any nice.
Yeah.
Hove says, I put dollars on mine, ask Columbine. When the Twin Towers dropped, I was the first in line. Basically saying, you know, when people I my boots are on the ground. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am out here in these streets, helping
Yeah.
people. And Drake, I'm sure he looks at it like you drop albums and disappear. I'm in the streets.
Hmm.
When I tour, I bring rappers who are lower billing than me and they open 21 Savage,
Yeah.
Migos. I'm a rising tide that lifts all the boats. Where are the people on your label? What school book you up to? Isaiah
Yeah.
Rashad, like who are you enriching other than yourself?
Right.
And
Well,
I
I mean, he
just
does a lot of shit for Baby Keem. That is his cousin though. But
if he
I mean,
sat next to me
so
at the bar Friday, I wouldn't even know who the fuck Baby Keem was.
well,
Like,
that's crazy. But okay, so
like
well, that's part of the issue with that artists have with TDE. From what I hear, is they don't let you drop as often as you want. So he he's independent now, so he didn't have to worry about not dropping every 5 years. You know what I mean? He can drop whenever he wants. If he was still independent, we never would have gotten. Well, not we never would have gotten. It would have been a long time before we got GNX. I think personally. So I think that's part of it, to be honest. But so my thing is to combat that is what a lot of criticism people have of this album, and I have too. Is like, for example, he did make that point. I think he does believe that about Kendrick, but it's like, okay, on the same token, you you cosplay as an African American, you use the African American slang, you do the American accent now. What do you say about Black Lives Matter? What have you said about any black men that got turned into a hashtag? What do you stand for about anything social or political at all? He called out DJ Khaled for not saying free Palestine. What have you stood for? Like, you can't be the guy that says that.
I mean, that's not his job. He doesn't cosplay black. His dad is black as hell.
I mean, I'm not saying he's
Uh,
cosplaying black, but you know what I'm saying. If you
yeah,
watch interviews of Drake in Canada before he came to the US, it's a very different person.
yeah.
Or even the behind the scenes of when he's making an album, his voice is different. You know what I mean?
We've known Drake for 15 years. Is your voice the same from when you were 20? I don't like people when someone's famous for 20 years. Yeah, they grew
I don't know.
up.
I'm of the
Like,
belief. So I'm of the belief that I think one, he's an amazing actor. I think that's one of his true talents, along with music, obviously. But I think that I personally believe that essentially Drake is a character that Aubrey plays, and he's basically method acting.
okay, but like, what has Kendrick done for black people?
But you said that's not his job.
You brought this up. I didn't bring this up.
I'm saying, well, first of all, he said he has a song. He says, I made you think about it. I made you feel something. I am not your savior." He never purported to be what people put on him. You
I
know?
think Kendrick contradicts himself a lot, and he gets away
Okay,
with it
that's
because
fair.
people like him. Um, you know, I don't think Drake could get away with putting Kodak Black on an album the way Kendrick did. Uh,
That's possible.
People just memory hold that on an
Yeah,
album where
that
there's
shit.
domestic violence on the album.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think Drake could get away with cosplaying a revolutionary for a whole album and then performing at the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
which is like the
Okay,
most American. That's not counterculture doing Super Bowl.
correct.
It's
Was
just
the performance counterculture?
no, it's a rap performance. And he also, when he did the bit for the West Coast party, edited himself saying "We hate Popo." Like he was probably
Oh,
told he
did
had to
he?
do
I can't
that.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
probably
it was
Amazon probably made him. Yeah, Amazon probably made him say that or not
okay.
say
So
it.
like
Um,
my point is that I don't expect this of anybody, but people
right,
pick and choose when they respect. Like I don't expect this of any rappers. That's not their job. I wouldn't want them to do it anyway.
right,
Most of them wouldn't be good at it. But
correct.
Kendrick dips his toe in it when he wants to, and no one.
Hmm.
I mean, he had Dr. Dre at the pop out
Yeah,
after like Dr. Dre, and for whatever, however you feel about him, there's some really
Michelle.
troubling things on his
Yeah,
jacket,
Michelet. If you know, you know. Yeah,
and D Barnes, and a whole bunch of things, and it's like
yeah.
I just don't. We can't pick and choose with these things, and so it's either all fair or all foul, and
I
I'm
hear
willing
you.
to say it's all fair,
Well,
but
yeah.
you can't cosplay Revolutionary and do the Super Bowl and then have Kodak Black on your album. And then
Okay, that's
part of
valid.
the beef is people saying is Drake saying you beat your wife and then you bring Dr. Dre out at the pop out. Uh,
Well, you. But again, he said you beat your wife, and no one's seen any proof or documentation or police reports. Nothing's come out. You know what I mean? You just said that about him, and that's fine. He said some things about you that you told him to say about you, and then you sued him, and you're on this album talking tough.
I can't defend the lawsuit.
You cannot have a
Yeah,
song where you talk about throwing up gang signs, and you got paperwork on YouTubers, nigga.
I
That's
can't defend the
crazy.
lawsuit.
Come on, man.
But what I will say is that sure, there's nothing on Kendrick's jacket in regards to that, but
Yeah.
I feel like if Drake look, the text messages to Billie Eilish are indefensible. I don't know what was going on there,
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
but I have to believe if there were credible pedophile accusations, they'd have come out by now. Because
Yeah.
I promise you, people have looked uh,
Right. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
last two
Well,
years. And so,
right.
how am I to lend any more credence to that than the domestic violence allegations?
Well, that's
Um,
the thing. I think that's part of why Drake essentially hung himself as much as Kendrick put the noose around his neck in this battle is, I don't think most people don't actually believe he is literally a predator or literally a pedo. You know what I mean? But his reaction to it made the flames worse. Like if no one's like, oh my God, I'm never listening to him again because he lost the battle.
yeah,
Everybody's been playing the album. I've heard it
it's a
everywhere. I
great
heard it at
album.
parties that weekend dropped on a Friday or that album dropped on a Friday. I was at two parties the next day. Heard it at both parties. Like it's
Uh,
fine.
as
But the
corny as
fact
Shebang is, it's getting play in the clubs.
yeah, it's getting
It's
played.
on IG
I saw,
now.
yeah, I saw them put it to Hickory Dickory Dock. Much justified, because that is the
It's
most
the worst
elementary
song on the
flow
album
I've.
to me.
Yeah, it's the most. It's a nursery rhyme. It's the most elementary flow I've ever heard him use. But my point
That
is
is
that
true. Like he almost it was considered like part it was battle rap. Like you over
yeah,
exaggerate.
yes,
What
exactly.
happens is you know some young person in Hollywood said you texted her about the industry and like obviously you go on from there and then the fact that you
Mhm.
overreacted made people believe it even more.
That's really what I think. That's really what because everybody was like, "Well, okay, so what?" And
What's
then so
really going on here? Dolph
people started finding
protests too
clips
much.
of yeah, people started finding clips of him. There's a clip of him when he was 25. He kissed a 17-year-old on the mouth on a show. You know what I'm saying? The age
Did
gaps
not
of
know
him and some of
that.
the age gaps of him and some of the young women he's dated, a little crazy, you know. So it's like
Um,
you made people go back and do their dicking because you put paperwork on niggas.
Also, people were like parsing lyrics in disingenuous in ways. Like what was it? Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like Magic City
Like
parking
Magic
lot.
City parking
Come
lot.
on, man. Y'all know. You really read that as he was scoping teenage girls, or not that he was at his boys' kids' basketball game? Like, come on, like,
And right, and by the way, he was dating that one kid's mom at the
right.
time, you know.
And would I have advised him to make it a strip club reference? No, but like, no one in the real time thought that line was in bad, like, was weird. It
Yeah,
was
no
just
one, we
understood what
all
it meant.
knew what was going on there with that line.
But then someone did say,
Yeah.
and you the fucking best when he says she makes me beg for it till you give it up. Like, wait, hold on, time out. Uh, but um, I have no dog in this race. I love both of them.
Yeah, me too,
I
me too.
I listened to
When they both go on tour, guess what? I'm going.
correct. If I were to rank them, I would say GNX is better music. Iceman is
Yeah,
better rapping. J. Cole never
that's fair.
happened.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think Wale watched them both, but it's just I love the partisans aren't, we it's just one of those things where like if you're a Kendrick partisan, you see
Hmm.
the the contradictions of Drake, which there are many, but
Right,
like Dot has some too. Like again, none
right.
of these niggas are revolution, nor should they have to be.
Nor should they have to be.
But it
Yeah, like
was
I
like
think there are kernels of truth both men said about each other.
I saw one guy, I don't use his name. He's a prominent Dot partisan, and
Okay.
academics is a prominent Trump supporter, right? That much is true.
Yeah,
And he said something about Trump doing something this weekend. Drake wasn't in the picture, had nothing to do with it. The guy
right.
quote tweets it with Drake is so MAGA coded. And
Yeah,
because I guess Drake and academics are at best cordial. I mean, at
yeah,
worst cordial, probably friends. And I'm like, dude, Kodak Black was pardoned by Donald Trump and calls him Uncle Trump. And Dot does
yeah.
songs with him, and like you have to be,
Right.
just pick one. All I ask is that you pick one.
Right, because a lot of rappers supported a lot of the male rappers supported Trump.
Wayne,
Wayne was a big supporter of him.
YB,
Yeah,
Make
YB.
America Slime Again was the name of his album.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know that. I don't really listen. I don't. I can read on a list to him, but
Trump pardoned
but
him. He beat his gun case, so he got
yeah,
out of
that's right. That's
prison.
right. Yeah,
And he
send him to Utah.
again, he doesn't articulate himself well because he can't read. But like someone asked
Right.
him, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm for whatever Trump's for." This is YB saying this. He just went on tour. No one
Yeah.
said a word. People pick and choose when it
Right.
matters. Uh,
Correct.
Young Boy NBA is a very
Um.
prominent Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Most of Young Money is our Trump supporters. Nicki Minaj is like the biggest fucking bot out there.
and so like
You
I have
know,
made the choice to just opt out of caring. If the music's hot, I'm cool. But I feel
I
like
hear you.
other people pick and choose.
Yeah.
And that's the part like if you want to opt out, fine. If you want to opt in, fine.
Yeah.
But you can't
And if
pick
the
and
music is
choose.
good and you want to make an exception for them, guess what? That's okay too, because we all do it.
We
Let's be
all.
honest here. Uh, I'll never play certain songs at a party when girls are around because who they like and who they don't like, obviously. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like everybody I listen to is above board.
It was like when
Um,
Caitlin Clark walked out with Morgan Wallen at that concert. Jamel Hill,
yeah,
of all people, was like, I get it, but y'all don't want to play these games.
right, right, and it's
Because
the
the first
truth.
thing, because a couple people felt away because of what Morgan Wallen did a couple years ago.
Yeah,
And the first thing they did was find a bunch of WNBA players taking pictures with Chris Brown. And it's like, that's why you can't
Right.
play these
That's why you
games.
can't. Yep, you
As
cannot do
why you
that.
just when you play these games of is the entertainment you like problematic, you're never gonna win.
Yeah, because you give me a celebrity and I can find a scandal on them if I Google it.
Dude, they had Don Staley in the picture with Chris Brown from last year. I'm like,
Oh
listen,
yeah.
that's why you cannot
Nope.
you
Yeah,
can't
no,
play
man,
these
you can't. You
games.
can't. And it's funny because like people on TikTok will be so like self-righteous. They'll be like, "Watch everyone you know disappoint you when they go to the Usher Chris Brown show," and it's like, yeah, people are going to be at the biggest R&B show of all time. Yes, they're going to go to that fucking show.
Yeah, I mean, I saw people who same person would if a celebrity took a picture with Trey Songz, that celebrity was off. They're never gonna deal with them.
Yep.
Was in line first day for the Michael Jackson movie. I don't even know how you square those circles. I can someone explain to me
Yeah,
that's why you can't
and
play these
honestly,
games.
and you know what? I'll be honest. I used to be self-conscious about that sort of thing when you try to be sensitive to other people, but also just it got to the point where I was like, okay, you know what? I did go see the Michael Jackson movie. I love Michael Jackson. I did listen to the Chris Brown music album. I've been to a Chris Brown show. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to Kanye my whole life. You know, it is what it is.
James Brown
I
beat every
don't
woman he
support those
dated.
things.
No
James Brown
one,
beat everybody.
yeah.
Right.
Marvin
Every
Gaye met
every
Jane Gaye when she was a teenager and wrote a whole
yeah.
album about it. One of the songs on the album was called "I Met a Little Girl."
Yeah.
Jane Gaye
Uh
wrote a biography later in life detailing horrific abuse at the hands of Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Um,
Usher, no, sorry, not Usher. Elvis was 24 years old when he met 14-year-old Priscilla, or yeah, Priscilla, I believe was his name, right?
I believe it's Priscilla.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Priscilla.
I
Yeah,
mean
yeah, yeah.
that's white people
I get
business, but
I get that and Lisa Marie mixed up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Russell Simmons and Kimora.
yeah.
That shit was crazy. Uh,
The point is,
Smazy and Smeonse. I'm not gonna say the names, but
well,
you know what
okay.
I mean.
So the age
I
gap is
the time they were always very awkward about when they got together. You know, like if you do enough
the
digging on anybody.
well, she very public, well, not very publicly, but I think she dated Mos Def as a member of Destiny's Child. So at the very least, she was. I don't know this nigga. I'm not parsing him.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
No, I know. It's cool.
my point is that when you open that can of worms, you
Yeah,
don't know where it's gonna go, and it's best to
no,
just let people enjoy the music or the movies or whatever that they like because no one's jacket is clean. Like it's
no
just not
one's.
possible.
Yeah,
So
correct. But we digress, guys. Let's get back to the album. um,
worst song on the album. What is your worst song on the
okay,
album?
we're song the album. Ooh, that's tough. For me, I'm gonna go. It's between Bees on the Table and Burning Bridges. Yeah, this is probably
Oh,
yeah,
Shebang for me. That shit is like how much I make a lot.
a lot.
Last album you dropped was shit. It's
Mid,
just
mid, mid, skip, skip.
it's
What do I
literally
need? Some
like
head.
yeah, it's like you said, it's a nursery rhyme. It's like low reader drill rap garbage, and I
Yeah,
can't do that. So
I feel like that it's like if the writer of Wilson the Bus Go Round and Round was dared to make a trap song, it would sound like Shebang.
um he didn't have many features, but did you have a favorite feature or production moment in the album?
Feature, I wasn't crazy about the features he had on this album, to be honest.
I
I
thought he
guess I'd have
purposely
to
stripped
say,
it down just because
yeah,
of the message of the album.
everything that happened. You're right. I guess I'd have to say Molly Santana at the end of Run to Atlanta. She kind of floated on
Yeah.
that second beat for a second, so I'll say that's probably my favorite feature.
I
Um,
don't think any of them were good, but if I had to pick, I go with Future, I guess.
yeah, I'm not mad at that. What are your thoughts on the beat switches?
They're fine. I don't think the production on this was all that great.
Hmm.
You could tell he was using. Well, I couldn't. I thought something was off
A
with
lot of
it.
no name, a lot of
Yeah,
not big name producers.
and you can tell after knowing that it makes sense because it all feels like quiet.
Yeah,
If you've ever listened to
yeah.
like a shoddily produced podcast where like before they got good mics,
Hmm.
that's kind of like what a lot of these beats sound like.
Yeah, our
People
first
who
six
don't,
months.
yeah, correct. People who didn't have the right equipment, and so I'm sure those people were compensated for it. So you gotta love that he was
Right.
trying to expand the palette, but it definitely feels underproduced, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I like beat switches. My thing is, one, if the song is under 4 minutes, I don't know why you need a beat switch. And two, if the problem with the beat switch is if the second beat is not as good as the first beat, then you've wasted a beat. You know, wasted a fire beat. Like
It's
the
the
first half of National Treasure was fucking fire, the beat. And then you turn it into a weekend song at the end. I didn't get
It's
it.
the 2020 experience problem where like the first
Yeah.
half of these songs is good and then Timbaland switches the beat and I never even listened to any of those songs after the fact because it's just
Yeah.
and then like Timbaland would switch the beat and then Justin Timberlake wouldn't even have any like song after it. It would just be 2 minutes of beat. So
Music.
yeah. Anything else on Mr.
Yeah.
Iceman?
Uh, let's see what else do I have here. Okay, so okay, so my skips in total, I have it at one, two, three, four, five, six skips. So I'd condense it to 12 songs. For me, I'd take off Run to Atlanta, Shebang, Burning Bridges, Bees on the Table. I'd also take off Don't Worry and Firm Friends. I didn't dislike Firm Friends, but we get the message about you having friendship issues. That's kind of the whole album. So I just didn't need a full song of that.
Um, I don't. I mean, I just listen through all the time, but
Okay,
the bad songs are Shebang, and there's one at the beginning that I don't particularly care for.
okay.
This is bad podcasting. Sorry,
Was it
people.
Dust?
That sounds about right. Let me
It
see.
started slow at the beginning, so I can see how you wouldn't like that.
Uh, yeah, I think it was Burning Bridges actually. And
Okay,
Bees on the Table is not my favorite either, but
yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
I don't really skip it, because maybe later when I'm done listening to the whole album, I'll just build a
Hmm.
playlist out of it. But right now, I'm not doing too much skipping. So
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to start doing because the artists doing all these streaming games, so they got to drop double albums without taking us a double album. And if I want to listen to as many albums as I can throughout the course of my workday, I got to strip them down so so I can get through them all, So I might just do that with this. I'll probably go down and strip down Chris Brown's album too because there's about eight really, really good songs on there, and I don't need 30 songs. Uh, especially when you drop like every year or two, you know.
yeah,
Um,
he must just live in a studio because,
he has to. His work ethic is crazy.
well, I mean, how much? It's just empty calories though. It's like, okay,
Well, yeah.
maybe he
You
needs a
still got to make the
break.
food. You still got
Yeah,
to make the
true.
food.
That's true. But maybe he needs a break or just someone to curate it a little more.
I think
Um,
so.
all right, man, what do you rate it?
Um, I'm gonna give this we doing mics for the
Yeah.
review or okay. I'm gonna give this I go back and forth, but I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. Sorry, 3.5 mics.
Okay, I like that. 3.5 mics. Um, with potential to get to four,
Yeah,
uh, depending on, I mean, we're not even at 2 weeks yet, so um, but I don't know. I like it. It's the best drop since If You're Reading This Is Too Late, in my opinion.
yeah,
Um, and it feels like the 2 years off kind of got reinvigorated him, and I hope that
yeah.
I look forward to the next project. All right, I'll leave it like that. Do
Me
you think
too.
any of these songs will make
Yeah.
the tour set list?
Yeah, for sure. I think let's see how many songs will make the set list. Janet Shut the Fuck Up 100% is going on the set list. Um, and he's definitely going to do National Treasures and What Did I Miss on tour.
Yeah, well, yeah. What did I miss?
Yeah.
Shebang.
This is yeah, he'll do Shebang and Run to Atlanta for sure. I think this song is not an arena song, but I think because of the message, he'll probably do make them remember on the set
Yeah.
list too.
Well, I mean, he did an arena tour opening up with what's the name of that song?
Oh yeah. Oh my
With his
God.
mom.
The What about his mom? Yeah.
Yeah. Like so,
Uh,
he's not.
yeah.
He his show isn't just the hits back to back to back. Like
Yeah,
he
he has the
mixes
cachet to
in.
do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he mixes in some stuff for the fans. I mean, for the hardcore fans. So
For the day ones, yeah.
yeah. So all right. Decent year in hip hop so far in May. What are your top three rap albums so far this year?
So far this year, top three rap albums. I'm gonna go. We do an order?
Yeah, your best to your first. Well,
Okay.
yeah, in order.
Yeah. So number one favorite rap album this year, Casino by Baby Keem. Number two, I'm gonna go Chicken Talking Bastard by Bossman D-Lo. And then I'd say for number three, I'm gonna go Iceman.
Number one, Wale's Everything Is a Lot. Number two, Chicken Talking Bastard, Boss Man D-Lo. See him at the Grammys. Number three, Drake's Iceman. Um, and I can't tell if Tyler dropped that dance album this year, but it would be
Oh yeah, I
four.
think that might have been
That would be
last
my
year.
honorable mention if it counts as this year, but
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay.
So
Okay. I did like Wally's album. I think I just gotta give. get in the right headspace to really give it the time it needs. Um,
I think
I
it. I
like the R&B
mean,
samples. They just got a little bit repetitive for me.
I mean that's it's like you go to an Italian restaurant, it's gonna be pasta. So
Right,
that's kind
right,
of what he does.
right.
But I
That
think
Michael
it's
Fredo
just
song is hard as fuck though.
yeah, and he did a sample with Guaple. It's very fall winter. It's not really a summer
You
album,
know what?
so
I think that's
it's
what it is.
I
I
would
think
wait
that's
till
what it
football
is.
season to revisit that one. So.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right, y'all. If you want us to review any other albums, this segment, we are willing to dust it back off. We enjoy it, so we listen to music all the
Yeah,
time,
if
and
y'all want to give us an album or something, we'll check it out for y'all.
within reason, we ain't listening to no Taylor Swift.
We're not doing Sexy Red.
We reserve the right to veto.
Yeah. We
All
want to give
right,
y'all what y'all want, but we don't want to crush the albums y'all love.
and also, like I have to actually, I won't get on here and say I listened to something that I did listen to, and don't make me
That
lie.
is also true.
Uh, so. Thanks for listening to us, though. My
The
name is
chord progression was
Darius.
great.
Yeah, my name is Darius. That's D's I Love You area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan be writing on all socials. This is Out the Trunk Pod on all
Please rate,
socials.
like, and subscribe. Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. Thank you.